All right. So still remember last time I tell you that I'm tracking you guys. So today I may not be able to reach those tracking part. Okay. So since we lost something, I need to compensate you. Basically, last time we talked about two basic stuff. One basic stuff is we want to establish sections. Okay, section without using cookies. Okay, which is doable, right? We can pass this section key, the section information over CGI parameters. Okay, this is one way. Another way is, yeah, people don't like to have that section here and there. Okay, so they try to embed this information into cookies. Okay, by the way, the cookie, okay, is just a piece of string, a string. Okay, and to let the browser forget about your cookies value, very simple. Just set the expiry date to sometimes very recent, or just the current server time. If you don't believe in the server time, you can set it to let's say 1997. Okay, then it will be okay. And what's next? Next is a very simple sample cookie system. Okay. So in terms of the cookie system, I don't want to explore all codes, but I want you to take care of several Python things. Okay. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, did you teach them how to use cookies? Oh, okay. Jimmy will tell you about how to use cookies. Okay. So there are several things that I want to catch your attention. They are not on the lecture notes. They are not on the lecture notes, okay? So be attention that okay? So the section itself I embedded into the cookies. Now challenge number one is not the form. The form is easy, right? You already know how to do it. Challenge number one is when I accept your login sections, how can I create this cookie for you, right? How can I create it? So in this example, I know how to generate because I hard code, right? I hard code everything. So one of the things that I hard code the names, I hard code the values, and I also hard code this time string. So what is this time string? We call it GMT, right? GMT. Whoa. By the way, Hong Kong. What's the GMT time zone? Gabat, right? At 8 hours, right? So that means what? That means this is not the location that we use in Hong Kong, right? I have to subtract 8 hours. So that means what? That means in your server, basically you don't know where your server is, right? Your server may be in Australia, maybe in US, okay? Then how can you generate the time that is GMT? Okay. I have so many files, right? So many files. So the login procedure is hidden here. So I have a beautiful comments. Huh? Yeah, don't say that you don't know how to look at the comments. Okay. So then login success. I do something. Okay, what is it? Whenever you see lib dots, where is it? When you want to download my code and take a look. Okay. Lib dots means that I create a library for myself. Okay, and that library I included early here. Okay, I already imported. So whenever you see this, it means that it is a library call. So let's take a look at my library. Okay, wow, very slow, huh? Hey, come on, wait. You know, I already hear some people call this open sheet. Okay. Yeah, open SHEET, okay? Open sheets. Okay? GMT, okay? So this is my library. I write my library like this. What is it? I define a function to output a GMT time. I add an offset there. Okay, now this is some free codes for you, okay? If you want to create a cookies time string by yourself. Okay, so with this bunch of things, okay, wow, what is it? It's just try to return a time with a format and I generate this time using the time.gm time. Okay? So if you can't get it, don't worry, copy and paste. Okay? You need to look up some manuals in order to understand this. Okay, and then I add a time offset in order to generate the correct time. Okay, so I use offset of, what is it? Oh, offset of 60 seconds. Okay, so this login section will expire by 60 seconds. So let me try login system. So let me first log in. Log in, TY Wong, so sad, you already know. Okay, no one tried my system. I feel very sad. No one tried. Okay. Make shorter. So let me reload it. Okay. Still no one trying it. Okay. Please support me, Jimmy. Okay. So this is the login. Okay. I use cookies, and the cookie string is this guy, and I already embed a 1 minute expiration. Okay. So while we're waiting for that 1 minute, okay. So to implement this, maybe some already know how to do it. I just tell those who don't know. So in the login program, you basically generate a string, which you will embed on both the cookie storage of the browser as well as the session storage on the database or the server. Do you need a database? Maybe yes, maybe no. For me, I use plain text. Okay, I write a set of library calls in order to manipulate the plain text. Okay. So for you, maybe you can use a did you, Jimmy? Did you teach anything about SQLites? No.
No time.
No time. Okay. So anybody know what is SQLites? Only a few. Very few. Okay. Very few. How many of you don't know MySQL? Good. So all of you know what is MySQL. Very good. Then what is SQLite? SQLite is also an SQL thing, but the server, I would say there is no server, no SQL server there. It just use a use a file to pretend to be to the database. So that means what? That means you don't need any installation. And by typing SQLite, you can Google now. SQLite is command prompt, and you immediately create a database. You don't need server. Okay? Very, very powerful. I don't know why. P170 don't talk about it. Okay? 有啊? What? 冇行喎. Okay? So, then let's SQLite. Let's say you can use SQLite or plain text, no problem. Then what? Then I will guide the system to the display program. And in the program, you can see this. This is display program, no problem. And in the display program, allows you to log out. Hey, what happened? Allows you to log out. Hey, come on. Wait, what happened? Move, okay? So when you try to log out, basically you will destroy the server-side storage. No problem, because you control the server. And I use the trait by telling the cookie storage that you will expire now. So I just set a time which is very close to current time, and then boom, you will log out. Okay? So this is a simple system. Okay, so let me reload the frame. Yeah, log out already, okay? So it's being deleted on the client side. On the client side, but on the server side, you are still there. Okay? The server side, yeah, it's still my cookie section. Okay? So there will be some subtle things. What are subtle things? Let's say this is that section. How can you clean up that section? Last time I talked about it already. Okay? And I already said that our tutors don't want to implement it. Okay? To clean up the dead section, you include the cleanup script on a cleanup procedure or functions in every CGI program. Okay? Whenever you trigger the program, you clean it up. Or you have a root access or a privilege to the server, you can install a scheduled job, called job, in order to clean it up. Okay? Both ways work. By the way, in our assignment, okay, we don't check whether you have a dead section or not. Okay? It's useless, right? It's up to you to do it or not. Okay, but in a production system means that you write system for your company, okay, or for your boss. Remember, this is a serious thing. If you keep that section there, 3 or 5 years later, your boss will suddenly tell you that, hey, why our hard disk run out of space? Okay, it's because of that sections. Okay, don't load. Okay, don't load the system like crazy now. Okay, Mozart. Okay, let me check. Okay. Wow, thank you. Are you Jimmy? Yeah. Okay. Then we teach you one very useful strategy. We call it persistent HTTP cookies. Okay, so when you can just hear from anyone saying that what is persistent HTTP cookies. HTTP cookies can be persistent, right? Very easy. You set the timeout to this year. That is persistent, right? Is it persistent? You will say yes or no, no problem, okay? But I will say that we seldom do this. So why we seldom do this? Even Gmail, I look at some of the changes of the Gmail cookies, they don't do this, okay? Their timeout is approximately 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I can't remember, okay? They will clean up that sections, they will clean up old cookies for one thing. What is the thing? Is what if I don't know, I listen to your channel, or I just walk into your machine, go to your browser, type some hotkey to show the developer tools and look at the session storage. Okay, then I can reproduce everything and pretend to be you to log in. Okay, I try, no problem. Okay, I used to teach one course which is a security course in a part-time master course. Okay. A part-time master course I didn't teach for 3 years already. In this course, I saw one thing, and those old guys, okay, you know, studying part-time master, maybe guys are beyond 40s, 50s, okay, they say one phrase in Cantonese. 你教埋啲咁嘅地方好危險啫。Okay. So what have I done? Okay, I do the same thing. I ask a student, okay, to open up the developer tools. I go to click on the Facebook sections, all the sections. I use my camera to take a photo. Okay? Don't take a photo now, okay? Because it's useless. Okay, so resource cookies. So here, take a look at the cookies, okay? But Facebook, you know, there are many cookies, okay? So I take a photo, and I go back to my computer. I copy the cookies field by field. Field by field. If it doesn't exist, I create it using program. Okay? Then when I reload my Facebook, I become that guy. No problem. Always success. Always success. Okay? So what's the problem? Is it the problem of Facebook? Huh? Facebook don't remember my IP address,有冇搞錯? Right? Is it something wrong? No, he is right. He is right, because you may change IP address every time. Right? You may change IP address, so I shouldn't buy your sections with your IP address. Okay? So then what is the reason? The reason for not doing so is what we call a replay attack. I just take a photo. If I have enough time, I can reproduce every field. Enough time means within 1 hour. I'm typing slow, okay? Then I take 1 hour to reproduce every field, modify every field, reload my browser, become you, and say that, yeah, I'm in love with blah, 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 okay? Then, yeah. No. Okay. Maybe in love with C Gaga, okay? Yeah. Okay, so then, what should you do, right? Then you will keep your sections keep expiring, right? You should do this. But do you feel this annoying? Did you still remember that how many years before? Maybe 2 or 3 years before. Did you remember there's a time that Gmail always keep kicking you out, right? Around after you log in, around for 2 weeks, then suddenly you're being kicked out. And another 2 weeks, then suddenly you're being kicked out. Okay? They have one problem, okay? They don't know our schemes here. This scheme, I copied it from a Stack Overflow page and hide these upvotes being, okay? So that I can show you the page first. The page is a definitive guide for, here, you can see the upvotes count, right? Form-based application for websites, blah, 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 okay, and how to log in, blah, blah, blah. A set of things are already included here. Now, what we are going to do is to design a system. Okay, so we have some goals already. To design a system that we can assume the cookies can easily be stolen. Okay, or maybe it's not easy, but time can prove everything, right? Long enough that I can take your cookies. Second, usually in terms of implementation, this cookie is actually equal to your identity, right? I take all your cookies, then I get your identity. Except one thing, I don't know your password. That's why in every system, okay, whenever you're asked to change password, please give me the old password. Okay? So if you don't have my old password, you cannot change my current password, although you take all my cookies. What's last is one more requirement. The requirement is, I know this cookies, and one more problem is, I will usually allow people to do this. You are in different machines. You have different sections, right? This is just now what you're doing now, okay? In your MacBook, you have one section. In your PC, you have one section. Even in your labs, okay, you forgot to log out, there is another section, okay? One more thing, maybe all the sections is on the same computer but with different browsers, okay? So how to implement this? Very easy to do it, okay? To do it, we need to establish several new cookies. Original idea is I have one cookie only, and that cookie always represents you, and it's never changed. I don't want it, okay? I will create two different cookies. Now, these two cookies have different expiry time. One is longer, one is shorter. The longer one, okay, you can treat it as your username, okay? Let's call it the ID cookies. Let's treat it as a username. And the later one, in a shorter expiry time, let's say that maybe 1 day or several hours, we call it section cookies or the persistent section cookies. The persistent thing is no longer there now. Okay, so these two guys. And how to generate these two guys? Okay, first of all, in your section table, okay, I assume that everyone knows database, okay? Yeah, if you know database, you know watch hard, right? And you know how to set up a primary key for this section. I will say the primary key will be the ID cookie says your username. Together with the section, they combine together, form one primary key. Okay? And also associated with the password. Okay, so the password may be MD5, check some value. Then how to generate it? Very understandable, okay? Bear with me later, I will tell you why. First, the username, I said it is representing the username. I really generated based on username plus some random numbers. So that people not easy to duplicate your things or understand, hey, who you are, what is your true username. And the later section cookies usually are in every every system with cookies, the section cookies usually is a random string. Okay, that's not something important. The important thing is this flowchart. This flowchart is the most important of all. Okay, so what is this flowchart? This flowchart is while you are, let's say this Gmail using our scheme now, you log in. Then Gmail will go through a program, and the program knows that your username. Why? Because it will use your ID cookies as your username to query your information. So I set a select something from the table where ID cookies equal to that guy. Okay? Then after I query it, I know who you are. Maybe there is a set of, because the primary here is a combination of this guy and section cookies. So you may have a different section cookies. I will try to find a matching section cookies. If yes, good. Not successful, because you are returning user. Okay, so this is the only thing that you know now. What's next? Next is something interesting. Next is, after you log in using the old section, I destroy the old section, create a new one for you. What is the purpose? Understand what I mean? I have an idea. The idea is, don't repeatedly using the same cookies. No matter how short or long the period is. We want to destroy them as soon as possible or as frequent as possible. So you log into the system, it's a good indicator of that you're returning. And it's also a good moment that, yeah, forget our past. Okay? Yeah, forget our past. Let's have a fresh start. Okay? And to a fresh start, I will renew your login, the section ID. That means what? That means if I have a thief that stole your thing, stole all your cookies. Let's say I walked in front of your computer and take a picture over your developer tools. Okay? In the past, what should you do? You have to immediately, either open the developer tools, delete all the cookies, so that the other side know that, oh, something's wrong. Or I locked out the section, right? And now you don't need to lock out the section. You just reload the browser. Press reload to trigger the entire login flow again. And then you will have a new section. Okay? I know that Gmail is doing the same thing. Okay, by looking at all the cookie changes. They're doing the same thing. I don't know whether Facebook is doing something, okay? Look at Facebook. You can look at, I don't show it because it's under recording, okay? Yeah, it's dangerous for me, right? You look at your own Facebook section. You can see that Facebook guys are really hackers. They invent those variable name of the cookies is L, P, S. Yeah, you don't want it, okay? You really don't know what it is. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now how about path number 2? Path number 2 is, yeah, you are not a returning user. You're a returning user because the cookie section doesn't match. Then what should you do? A very simple job. Force you out, okay, leave our system and show that, hey, you are a guy, okay? That guy is the name, let's say, TY Wong, okay? And the TY Wong, hey, give me a correct password. Okay? So if I have a thief, do the same thing. Let's say this is a stolen copy of your credential. Stolen copy, this is my original copy. Okay? Let's say my original copy has already been taken, but I reload the browser at, let's say, time 10 o'clock. My ID cookies won't change, but my session cookie change. So can the thief still do anything? No. The thief only taking all sections without any usage. Okay? This is something really implemented in, I guess, it is in Gmail. And one proof system is who is using Drupal, who is deploying Drupal system. No one. How many of you have never heard of Drupal? Or as my pronunciation is some problem. Okay. Drupal. This guy. How to spell? Oh, this one. Yeah. This one. Okay. So a very famous CMS system. A favorite in the sense that some people find it cheap. Okay. Yeah, they think that they are very good. Okay. They don't want to have a system that every people look the same. Okay. They want to be unique. So this Drupal has already implemented that persistent cookie implementation. Okay. They have a document that. Okay. So with this, we have a high protection level now. What is a high protection level? You can define the granularity in updating the section key. What's the meaning of granularity? Maybe you update your section every time you drive any program from the page. No matter you're changing page 1 to page 2, no matter you're doing below, no matter you're, let's say this Gmail, you read a mail. Maybe every time you drive this and clean up the old section, add the new section. Which is a very fine granularity that basically the one who stole your section cannot do anything. Okay? Or the cross granularity that are only triggered by login or reload the main page. Okay? So what is the best part of this guy? This guy is best part. Why? Because this is a very convenient way to represent who you are without embedding the information. Okay? So I can show something. I really can't resist this. Okay? I really want to show something. Okay, so with this guy, this is an encrypted string basically. I can use the same string to represent me, so that I can enable multi-login. What is the meaning of enable multi-login? I use this as part of the key together with a section. Bind together is a primary key. Okay? So this is the way. Then I think I need time for Ken to do preparation, so let's do some preview. The preview tomorrow, okay, it's time that I disclose to you how to do tracking. After teaching you guys this, okay, I will be in a very dangerous position. First, this thing is being recorded, okay? And the second is this is already deployed worldwide. Okay? Do you know who is the biggest, the most evil guy deploying this kind of tracking cookies? Google. AdSense. Yeah, AdSense is this. Facebook. Wow, Facebook is colorful. Okay, I still remember one thing. I go to a site, which is a startup. Okay, I look at their product. Okay, after I go to look at their product, I feel not interested at all. I close the tab and no Facebook. Immediately, Facebook saw his advertisement. Asked me to come back. Come back, baby. Yeah, I want you. Okay. Very horrible thing. Okay. How did they do it? Facebook is the evil guy. They steal my login section, right? I have a login section in Facebook. They steal my login section and try to track me, track where I have been. And whenever I go back to Facebook, he knows that, you have just visited that startup site. I show you that advertisement. So you know who are the most evil guys. Facebook, Google. Okay? Today, I will stop here. Tomorrow, I will teach you how to track. Okay? Very easy, very easy.